Avicii Levels with a video made by Joe and his classmates. But now it is the time of the show where we all gather together to laugh at stories that you have sent in of your friends and family struggling to keep up with today's advanced technology. Read out by the erotic tones of Radio 1's Greg James, this is Sorry, I Don't Know How to Internet.
Internet? Isn't that a misplaced tennis serve in Yorkshire?
I don't get all this facial book.
The World Wide what?
Sorry, I don't know how to internet.
Our first story comes from Kaylee.
It was my grandmother's birthday, so, like anyone would, I sent her a happy birthday text. Her reply was fine, although I don't think she needed to add a certain emoji to it.
Okay, so we've got a printout of her text here, and she's got emojis of a heart,
Yep.
an ice cream, okay, a cake, and then a cactus and a person in love. Right, okay, so the heart is relevant, and the cake is. I'm not sure about the ice cream and...
The cactus is a worry.
Why did she think I'll add a cactus to this? What's your theory?
I think it must be just a really modern grandma who just likes to throw in a random emoji.
Oh,
It's
what
nice
you like?
to
How you doing, alien face?
slide a warthog into the mix, you know?
When you least expect it.
You just never know what it means.
Spontaneous cactus.
Also, I found out my cactus from my childhood is still alive when I went back to the north.
You mean your cactus named...
Ultimecia.
Yes, Ultimecia, the cactus. I thought that was dead.
No.
I thought that died in our apartment. No?
Still living and breathing with my parents.
Good to know. Our next story comes from Toby.
My grand's computer was running slowly, so she called a computer technician. He put in his USB into the computer, and she thought that he was sucking their hard drive into the USB. She was
Okay.
most concerned.
Okay, I can understand why you'd think that. If you don't know much about computers, whenever you watch any kind of TV show or movie, whenever anyone's trying to, like, drain the information from the CIA,
Yeah.
it's always just like a spy walks in and just sticks a USB thing in, and it's like, downloading these things, isn't it?
Maybe he's a secret Ghostbuster of the future, and that's how he gets the ghosts out of the system.
With a USB stick.
Yeah.
That's one theory.
Our next story comes from Bethany.
My mum was texting me about how she spilt 3 litres of milk in the shops, and I replied with the applause emoji.
Sassy.
Yet somehow, she thought it looked like a chicken.
Okay, I've got a printout here. For everyone else that needs reference, just go to your phone and then look at the hands clapping together emoji.
Yeah.
I kind of see how that could either look like 2 chicken breasts, or maybe a roast chicken about to go in the oven, or maybe from really far away, it kind of looks like a chicken stood up. But I mean, I don't know how you can text someone and not see that that's hands.
I could kind of see it. Though I thought the one with the hands together up close was a high five. So I was texting people like, high five. It actually means praying.
I know,
apparently.
right? You've been praying at everyone, Phil.
People think I'm all religious when I just wanted to high five them.
What a horrifying misconception. Our next story comes from Sylvia.
My dad recently got rid of his old computer and asked me, what about all the money I had in it? He was convinced that the money he'd used to shop online was actually inside the computer.
All his money was in the system.
That would be no. That's just not. How could he?
I don't know.
Wow, Sylvia, that's quite impressive.
Our final story comes from Holly.
I once had to help my gran access her emails as she was having trouble signing in. I asked her what her password was, and she said it was plants. Then, after half an hour, she said, it might actually be plants 14. Then, after another painful 5 minutes, she said, it might actually be football. And then she remembered she hadn't signed up yet. That was 35 minutes I'll never get back.
Wow, good times.
Football wouldn't be the most secure password, would
It's
it?
not the safest thing to go for, is it?
No.
It's like people that just name it after their dog. Like I had my friend in school once because
Yeah.
it was just Toby, the name of his dog.
And then you got in there.
This reminds me of some good times I had. I had a sorry I don't know how to internet moment.
Really?
I was recently trying to get my grandparents to send me some holiday photos for a video. But the concept of getting my granddad and grandma together as a joint force to
Yeah.
email me just 3 photos took over an hour.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, I had to like tell them how to sign into their computer, how to open a browser. I was like, go to www. And then my grandma was like, what's that? At one point, I spent 15 minutes on the phone to my grandma explaining the concept of right-clicking to her.
Oh, dear.
She literally she was like, what's the click button? I was like, no, the click button is the action of pressing the mouse down.
That is how to click.
And oh my God, but I did it eventually, and I still love my grandparents. That's all that matters.
And that was your sorry I don't know how to
That
internet.
was my story. If you have any funny stories of technical fails that you would like to get into the next episode of Sorry Dad How to Internet, all you have to do is email them to danandphil@bbc.co.uk. And if, like a couple of those guys, you've any photographic or even video evidence, I'm not saying that you should film your grandma struggling to use the computer, but if you happen to, and email it to us, that would be really great. But now it's time for our next music video.
I always thank you guys for your memorable usernames, and this one is no exception. EctoriZ2i3789
I will remember that.
has made a lyric video to All Time Low. So here you go, EctoriZ3T8789.
This is Dear Maria.